Okay. So clearly, there's been some major misunderstandings going on with me and the relationship of me and my father. And I've been trying to find a medium for he and I, because we're so much alike, but we're so much not alike. Like, it's very oxymoronic, and so we tend to clash. And I figured he's never going to understand me. I'm never going to understand him. He's never going to listen to me. So I figured, everything I do is disrespectful. If I say something, then I'm being disrespectful. If I don't say something, then I'm being disrespectful. It's like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. So my final conclusion was, okay, we just don't need to have a relationship at all. So that way I can be good, because the Bible says, to love and honor your parents. And I figured, okay, well, the only way I'm going to be able to honor this man is if I don't have a relationship with him. But I'm like, that's kind of going too far. That's going too far. I want to have a relationship with my dad. It's just... So I figured the only time that our relationship is going to pick up, because it's going to get worse before it gets better, is for me to get my own place. And I thought about it, like, if I have my own spot, the conversations will be much different. It won't be, well, you don't need to be doing this in my house, and I'm not going to be allowing this, and blah, 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 like that. It's going to be, well, I can do whatever I want because I got my own spot. You understand? Where I pay the bills. So I can do whatever I want, And then the other thing was, when we get into our occasional arguments, I can just say, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this. I'm going to go to my house, and I'm going to holler at you later. And I don't have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be, well, I don't have to deal with this. I'm going to my room. Yeah, your room in my house. Right. You gonna follow me in there. So, not to say, well, I'm just about to move out because I got it all like that. No, I don't know where I'm gonna go, who I'm gonna live with. I cannot support myself right now. I'm just, speaking out the obvious because I'm a practicing realist. So the only way that we are really going to have a relationship for real, is if I don't live in his house. And some things have really been ruminating around in my mind is why we clash so much. And I think it's because we don't really hear each other. Like, I know for a fact he does not listen to me. He does not hear me. And I guess I don't understand him because I'll never know what it's like to be the parent of a child like me, and he'll never know what it's like to be a child of a parent like him. So, I figured, since he won't listen to me while we try to have a conversation, I figured, why don't I just make a video about it? Because somebody said, well, why don't you write a letter? I said, no. Writing letters with my father is not gonna work, okay? He's not like my mother, okay? You write a little letter or something, she'll keep that forever. It's kind of hard to please my dad a little bit. Washing the dishes for my mother, she'll be... He washed the dishes, But my dad, you got to do some astronomical stuff to get his attention, like, whoa. So I figured, why don't I make a video about it and just state how I feel, and then maybe he'll hear me, and then we can move on from there. So then he'll know how I feel. Maybe he'll come around and, tell me how he feels. I'm all open, I'm all eyes, I'm all ears. So, I figured to do this, and I was like, well, when am I going to do this? I'm like, what better day to do it than Father's Day? Duh. So, I made the video, and so I just, and at first, Barrett told me that it wasn't a good idea to put all our business out like this. But he's like, you shouldn't do, put on blast. I said, well, maybe putting on blast will get his attention, because I really want to have a relationship with this man. I really want to have a relationship with him, and he's not as bad as some of these other fathers out here who are deadbeat, never around, abusive, neglectful. He was out for a long time when I was younger. He wasn't around because he was providing for the family. And he wasn't around. But I understand why. And I don't fault him for that. You're being a man about yours. You're taking care of your family. Okay, so you had to be away for a couple months at a time. Okay, I understand now. But, when children tend to be away that the parent doesn't want them to be, they tend to think that they did something wrong. And I'm letting you know right now, yeah, I'm talking to you. You didn't do anything wrong. You did what you felt was best as a father, just like mother did her best as a mother. You know what I'm saying? There really is no preparing for when you have a child to raise. You know, I mean, yeah, they have Pampers and stuff like that, but mentally and how they're gonna be, you know, this world is so screwed up now. But I'm just letting you know, you're not a bad dad. You know, I do not hate you, and I figured that if I just expressed how I felt and shared it, then you would really understand how I feel. So this is your son expressing how he feels if you ever see this video. So here it is.